नमस्कार दोस्तों, स्वागत है आपका के न्यूज़ 24/7 में। तो चलिए देखते हैं आज की हेडलाइंस। As Congress promises 75% quota in Karnataka, a look at how Tamilnadu made it to 69%. The Congress promised in its Karnataka manifesto to raise the total reservation basket to 75% would take the state past the 69% in the government jobs and educational instructions currently set aside in Tamil Nadu. Breaching the 50% of upper limit set for the reservation by the Supreme Court is no easy task, as other states which recently increased their quota for particular group only to have had the legislation struck at different levels have seen. However, while upholding the center 10% reservation of economically weaker section in November 2022, the Supreme Court opened a window by suggesting that the 50% of ceiling was not inflexible. Some states, such as Chhattisgarh and Jharkhand, which have tried to raise their quota ceiling, have sought that their bills seeking the same be put under the 9th schedule of the Constitution, which would put them in a safe harbor when it comes to judicial review. Most of the law protected under the schedule concern agriculture or land issue. The Kerala story, the Kashmir files, why you tax-free movies might not be politics-free. The Kerala story was declared tax-free by the Madhya Pradesh government on Saturday. A movie is declared tax-free to promote a political agenda or propagate an ideology, says expert. The controversy isn't new, and we take a look at Kurbani of the 80s too. But do filmmakers and audience gain when a film is declared tax-free? Here's a deep dive into the politics and economic of the issue. By Ritika Yudhajit Shankar Das. What is common to the Kashmir files? Padman, Mary Kom, Tare Zameen Par and Kurbani. You would be wondering, on the one hand, the Kashmir files deals with the genocide of the Kashmiri Pandits community in 1990. Tare Zameen Par is about inclusive education. On the other hand, Kurbani of the 1980s is an action thriller. The answer is that all the above mentioned movies were declared tax-free by some state or another. BJP Trinamool Congress locked in the victorious cycle of Bengal's political violence. What next? The Trinamool rubbishes Majumdar's claim has a conspiracy hatched to destabilize peace in Bengal and has an attempt to hide the organizational failure of the BJP state unit from the eyes of their bosses in Delhi. Yet the question that merits an immediate response from both the state ruling dispensation and its principal opposition is whether Bengal would at all be able to break the jinx of its long-standing legacy of political violence in the run-up the rural polls, or whether the recent killing only served as a precursor to more savagery that yet to unfold. The promises of Trinamool startups for a free and fair panchayat election. 11 murders in 6 months, or so claims the BJP. That the static, the Bengal BJP chief Shukanta Majumdar has put up his official Twitter handle to highlight what he calls the rerun of political violence in the state unleashed on BJP workers and supporters by the ruling Trinamool Congress ahead of the upcoming panchayat elections. The figure the party state it over and above the alleged hundred of killings, torture and displacement from homes which were inflicted upon their workers in the aftermath of the 2021 state election. Coal India Limited likely to register double-digit growth in turnover. Profits may be impacted due to wage hike. Brokerage house except CILS consolidated turnover to increase by nearly 15 to 18% on a YOY basis at around 38,600 crore during the quarter that ended March 31, 2023, driven by higher offtake. Coal India Limited (CIL) is set to announce its fourth quarter earnings on Sunday, while the state-owned miner is likely to report double-digit growth in turnover. The profitability and margins are likely to come under pressure on the back of wage hikes. On Friday, the company's stock closed at 237.35, down by 0.06% on the BSE. Coal India had earlier announced the production and offtake data for the financial year 2022 and 23. It is registered a nearly 13% rise in production at around 703.2 million tonnes during file 23 as compared with 622.6 meter in file 22. The company overburden removal (OBR) rose to a new record of 1651.7 million cubic meter as of March 30, registering over 101% of the target achievement. The previous high was 1362 meter and the growth was nearly 22% over a similar period of file 22. India reports 2,380 new COVID cases, 15 deaths in last 24 hours. India on Sunday logged 2,380 fresh COVID-19 infections, while the number of active cases came down to 27,212 from 30,041 the day before. According to Union Health Ministry data, with the fresh cases, the COVID-19 tally increased to 4.49 crore. The death count climbed to 5,31,659 with 15 fatalities. The data updated at 8 am stated. At 27,212, the active cases comprise 0.06% of the total infection. The national COVID-19 recovery rate was recorded at 98.75%, the ministry said. The number of people who have recuperated from the disease surged to 444,10738, while the cases fatality rate stood at 1.18%. According to the ministry website, 220.66 crore doses of COVID-19 vaccines have been administered so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. Google plans to make its search engine more visual human. Here's how. Google is planning to make its search engine more visual and snackable, personal and human, with a focus on serving young people globally. The Wall Street Journal reported on Saturday, citing documents. The moves comes as artificial intelligence (AI) applications such as ChatGPT are rapidly gaining in popularity, highlighting a technology that could upend the way businesses and society operate. The tech giant will nudge its services further away from 10 blue links, which is a traditional format of presenting search results, and plans to incorporate more human voices as part of the shift, the report said. At its annual I/O developer conference in the coming week, Google is expected to debut new features that allow users to carry out conversation with an AI program. A project code named Maggie WSG added, citing people familiar with the matter. Let's see some yesterday IPL highlights between Delhi Capitals and Royal Challengers Bangalore. Delhi Capital beat Royal Challengers Bangalore by 7 wickets in yesterday IPL Indian Premier League match at Arun Jaitley Stadium in Delhi. Batting first after winning the toss, RCB posted 181 for 4 as Mahipar Lomrel smashed an unbeaten 54 of 29. His effort though was overshadowed by Phil Salt 87 of 45 as DC raced home in 16.4 overs. Captain David Warner got Delhi chase underway on a positive note, smashing Mohammad Siraj for 2 fours in the first over. Salt also took on RCB main pacer, clubbing him for 6-6-4 in the 5th over. Siraj had a heated exchange with Salt in the same over. The opening stand of 60 ended at the start of the 6th over when Warner, 22 of 14, skied a big hit of Josh Hazlewood. Salt, though, featured in impressive stand of 59 and 52 with Mitchell Marsh, 26 of 17, and Riley Rosso, 35 of 22, to pave the way of DC's comprehensive win. The right-hander reached a 28-ball 50 by pulling Karan Sharma for a boundary. After Marsh fell to Harshal Patel, Rosso joined Salt and took on the RCB pacer in the 13th over. The DC opener began by watching a low full toss for 6 before 2 more maximum followed off Rosso's bat. Match 51, Gujarat Titans vs Lucknow Super Giants. The Gujarat Titans and Lucknow Super Giants will square off the 51st match of the IPL 2023 at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad on Sunday, May 7. GT and LSG currently occupy the first two spots on the IPL 2023 points table. The defending championship are coming off where a terrific win over Rajasthan Royals in their previous encounter. Meanwhile, LSG previous clash against Chennai Super King were abandoned due to rain. Both teams will be looking for a win to secure 2 crucial points. ऐसे ही और न्यूज़ को जानने के लिए जुड़े रहिए के न्यूज़ 24/7 के साथ.